Hi guys, welcome to the Movie Buff, and today I'm going to do my DVD collection. This video is going to be unedited, so hopefully I won't make any mistakes. So, God, I'm sweating today, so God, it's baking out. Okay, well, let's get started, so... Right, hold up. Right, God, I'm shit nervous, man, I haven't done this before, so I haven't done a video in flipping ages. Anyway, first one I got here is Finding Nemo. I got this back when it was released, I think, back in 2003, I think it was, 2004 or something like that. Yeah, it's a great animated movie. Yeah, they're gonna make a sequel. I don't know if you know this. Finding Dory, which was released in 2017. I think I haven't done my research, but yeah, it's a great animated film. As you can see here, yeah. I wouldn't say, it's probably one of the best ones. This is my favourite. The Incredibles is my favourite, so it was a great animated film, you know, beautiful animation. Probably one of the best animated films I've seen, well, one of the best anyway, so. Right, next I've got The Incredibles, as you can see here, if you want to look closer, that's the back, that's the front, so, what am I doing? So, right, well, this is probably my favourite Pixar movie. It's probably the best one. Usually, for years my favourite one was A Bug's Life. That was my favourite one since I was a little kid. But over the years I've kind of loved this one the most. So, you know, there's action and it's a mixture between, it's for kind of kids and adults. The rest are just usually for children. They have adult jokes, of course, but this one's kind of more for, I would say, teenagers as well and adults. So yeah, great animated film directed by Brad Bird. He directed Mission Impossible 4, I think it was, which was terrible. I know everyone liked it, but I thought it was flipping. Well, I wouldn't say it was awful, but it just wasn't as good. I know the second one was the worst one, but yeah, in my opinion, it wasn't the best one. But he is quite a good director. I saw Tomorrowland at the cinema a few days ago. So what am I talking about? A few weeks ago, the heat's getting to me. A few weeks ago, and it was okay. The plot was kind of complicated, but it was good acting. Hugh Laurie was quite good in it. He was from House and Blackadder. Blackadder, my favourite comedy series of all time. So yeah, but yeah, it's a great animated film. So I'm going to say a lot today. It's a great this, it's a great that. So yeah, it's a good Pixar movie. Yeah. And oh yeah, they are going to make a sequel of that as well. Honestly, Pixar's obsessed with sequels nowadays. That's going to be released in a few years, I think. I'm not sure, I haven't done my research, but there's going to be a sequel, so look forward to that one. Okay, next is Hollow Man. I don't know if you've seen it. It's with Kevin Bacon. Released in 2000. You know, good memory for years. It's probably my favourite Kevin Bacon film. I'm not really a fan of his work. I wasn't really a fan of X-Men First Class. Yes, I know everyone loved it. I wasn't too keen on it, so... yeah, it's quite a good film. It's a horror thriller, I think it was. It's kind of a rip-off from The Invisible Man. I don't know if you've seen that. Where he goes through this experiment, the experiment goes wrong and he turns invisible. He ends up being some sort of serial killer, kind of. He starts to go nuts in the lab. Well, the lab is underground. He kind of tries to kill everyone. So yeah, that's the plot. Kind of complicated, but it's a good film though. It's great horror film if you're into horror films. It's great. I apologise for the noise, by the way. It's baking in here. I don't know how don't know how I'm meant to do this, but it's really, really hot. So it's like I'm in America. Next is Collateral Damage with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll be back. So here is the back. I don't know if you could see it. I can only see it with the camera. It's one of the last Arnold Schwarzenegger's films he did before he was governor. This was back in 2002. It's where he tries to get revenge on the terrorists who killed his family. That's usually the plot. That's the plot of the film. It's a great film. I enjoyed it very much. Arnold Schwarzenegger was great as always. Not so good anymore though, ever since he done Sabotage. So it's a great film. I'm going to say that so many times. I should do a supercut on that. Great supercut. But yeah, it's a good film. There's another British actor who's I forget his name. He's been in a couple of films, but yeah, great film. You should check it out. He did two more films after this. He did The Terminator 3, and he did Around the World in 80 Days. That was before he became governor, and now he's doing films again. Next one, he's going to do Terminator again. Next is let's stall. The Return of the Pink Panther. This is the third movie released in 1974, starring Peter Sellers, of course, as Inspector Clouseau. Can't really pronounce it. It's probably my favourite Pink Panther film of the series. This is the only DVD that's actually not in the box set. So if you've got the box set of the Pink Panther movies, this is not going to be in it. If you get the old box set, have no clue. It's the best one. Why is it not in the box set? You idiots. It's great. Great film, funny film, hilarious. It is brilliant. So, well, not brilliant, but it's a great comedy movie. Check it out, okay? Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Edward Scissorhands. Not that keen on it. Well, I got the DVD, I didn't know. I got it a couple of years ago. Johnny Depp was good in it, released in 1990. It was a film that kind of started his film career. It is a good film. Not that keen on Tim Burton. I actually quite like the Planet of the Apes. I know everyone's going to hate me for saying that, but it's quite good. I'll get to that later if I can. But yeah, Planet of the Apes is alright, okay? Good. Not the best one, but yeah, it was good. So it's an okay Christmas movie. It's kind of a mixture between, well, it's a family movie, it's kind of a mixture of horror and stuff. But it is an okay movie, so check it out. So I keep turning my head, the camera, can't see it. Next is Jaws 2. Not the best one, obviously. The first one is, you should all know that. But the second one is, it's okay, I guess. The death at the end is quite good. The death of the shark, he gets electrocuted. He has like a big hunk of wire in his mouth and he burns up. It's quite good, yeah. That's the only best bit of the film, to be honest. The death of the shark, brilliant. But he's in it again, the actor from the first film. Not directed by Steven Spielberg, directed by someone else. He's, I forget his name. It should come up here. Roy Schneider, did I say that right? He's in there again. He's not on the third or fourth, but he's in this game. He was a good actor, shame he's gone. He's in this, he's the best bit in it, and the Death of the Shark. Okay? Yep, those goods first, as I just said. The Green Mile, great film, based on the Stephen King novel. Probably my number one tearjerker. I cried so many times when I saw this, the death of John Coffey. Very, very upsetting. So honestly, you're gonna cry your eyes out when you've seen this. It's a good film. I don't know who the director is. I haven't done my research properly, but I'm not a film critic, so. But it's good. Yeah, my number one tearjerker. So if I ever do a list of tearjerkers, this is number one. Honestly, but Tom Hanks is great. It's probably the last Stephen King film that's ever been good. He released a few films after he didn't release it, but this is the last great Stephen King movie you're ever gonna get. So, yeah. Oh, it's so dusty. The Bride of Frankenstein. Great classic comedy. Great classic horror movie. It was released in 1934. Hold on. What does that say? Hold on, sorry. As in 1962, that's incorrect. It was released in 1930, so the sequel of Frankenstein with Boris Karloff. I hope I got that right, that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? Yes, Boris Karloff, he was Frankenstein, yes. Good actor, the first one was better than this, but this is much more comical. The first one was kind of horror, it didn't have... There are actually many scenes cut out in that era because of the Hays Code. I don't know if you've heard about the Hays Code, so if I'm talking a bit fast, it's the heat. When the Hays Code era got in place, they cut out many scenes out, so the Hays Code was before film ratings. So luckily, if you get it on DVD, the whole scenes will be in place. So but back then they were cut out because of the gore, as they call it, or probably. Yeah, this one's better. I think that's what's that? Probably my cat. Yeah, it's good. Not as good as the first one, but it's good. I would recommend checking it out if you're into cinema classics, as it says here. Cinema classics. Yeah, 15, which is surprising. Yeah, weird. Oh God, I need a drink of Guinness. Yep, I need a drink. I apologise if this is unedited, but hopefully you could see it. I do need to check the time as well, because I think it can't be up to at least 15 minutes, so I'm not sure if any of this would be cut out. I might do a part 1 or part 2, I should have said that at the beginning. So if I do go over the time, the next one will be in the next video. Excuse me. Just to check if I need to time this. It can't go over an hour, I don't think. Okay, I think about 20 minutes, I think. Okay. Angels and Demons, the sequel to the Da Vinci Code. Released in 2009, the author, forget his name, never good with names. That hasn't been released yet for unknown reasons. That's the last book he did of Detective What's-His-Face in this. I'm not too drunk. Good film. It wasn't my type of film anyway, but if you're into that kind of thing, then you're into it. This is definitely going to take me over an hour, so I'm going to have to keep checking the time. White Chicks, great comedy film with the Wayne brothers. They haven't done a film in ages. Well, I think which one was he? I think Marlon Wayne or Sean Wayne. He did A Haunted House or whatever. Never saw it. Don't know if it's any good. So if you could leave a comment, if you can leave comments, if you could leave me a comment, and you could tell me about it. Okay, if the movie is any good. Can people comment nowadays? Comment on my flipping videos. Anyway, great comedy movie. After this, they both starred in Little Man in 2006. It was released in 2004. That was quite funny as well, so I recommend checking that out. Speed with, why am I talking like this? Speed with Keanu Reeves. Sure, you've all heard of this movie, released in 1994. It was one of the best Keanu Reeves films made, I think. He did a few movies before, and then you know, Point Break, which is actually remade. It's going to be released this year. I don't know if you've seen sorry, excuse me. Excuse me, I've just had my dinner. Good film, yeah. It's remade. It's released this year. You check out the trailer, it looks really, really different. It's about surfers, yeah. And the remake doesn't seem anything like that. It seems like they're kind of into different things or something, I don't know. But anyway, what am I talking about Point Break for? Yeah, Speed is good, with Dennis Hooper or Hopper? It's Hooper, isn't it? Yeah, I think. Apologise if I got that wrong. He was good in it. Shame he's gone. He was a great actor. He was in Red Without Cause, and he was in the Golden Era. Yeah, here's the back, by the way. It was a great action film. Not sure about the director. I think he directed a couple of things. A good film. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Next is Casino Royale. One of my favourite Bond films ever made. I apologise for the tweets, I've got a really quite big garden, so I apologise for that. It's like a nature programme. Casino Royale, one of my favourite Bond films ever made. It's... yeah, apologise for the pains. Yeah. Yeah, Daniel Craig was good in it. It's a shame he hasn't done a good Bond film after this. He did Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, and he did all that. But this is the best Bond film he did in my opinion. Directed by... Hold on. Can't find his name, but he directed Edge of Darkness, and he also directed the other Bond film GoldenEye. He's a good director. Based on the novel of... Oh, I forgot his name, I'm embarrassing. But yeah, the James Bond author, based on the novel in the 50s. But it's a great film. So I would recommend checking that out. One of the best Bond films ever made. Excuse me a sec, I'm gonna close my windows. I apologise about that, I don't know if you could still hear that. Anyway. I keep saying that, apologise that, need to stop it. Oh, that doesn't count. So I've got a few comedy DVDs here, I might do that for another video. My comedy collection, that doesn't count either. The Krays, based on true story of the famous Krays brothers, you know, the gangsters. Another one being remade is released this year with Tom Hardy. I don't know if you've seen the trailer, but I'm sure it's going to be better than this. It stars one of the brothers from, forget that band, that famous band. He sang, you know, You Are Gold, and, you know, whatever. But he's in it. It was okay, it was a bit slow, I'm sure many scenes were scripted. But yeah, released in 1990. It's okay if you like that kind of thing, but I'm sure the remake's going to be good with Tom Hardy. So I'm sure that'll be alright. Oh, Pink Panther again, this is the box set I was talking about. You can't get the third one in this. So yeah, here it is. You see close up. Okay. Okay, you can see inside, so it opens up like this. Yep. I'm showing you how to open up a DVD box set. How dumb. But yeah, here's the artwork. Okay. Okay, here's inside. Hope nothing falls out. So here are all the movies. Yep. Yeah, so you've got the first, second, fourth, fifth, and you've got the Trail of the Pink Panther, which is the last one. So that makes it the sixth one, I think. Hopefully I got that right. Worst movie of the franchise. It was released in 1982 after Peter Sellers's death. Yeah, just isn't a good film. I recommend checking the others out. So yeah, it's good. It's a good box set. I got this a couple of years ago, so hold on, sorry. Can't close it. There it is. But yeah, it's a good box set. Yep, Peter Sellers was great, wasn't he? It was good. Need to check time again. Sorry, because I'm a new YouTube channel, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to go over, if I'm allowed to go over 15 minutes, so I'm not quite sure, but I need to check that out, but hopefully this will last much longer. Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Rare Rabbit, see that. Done by Nick Park of Aardman, if that's a company. Yeah, so this is the second Nick Park film after Chicken Run, released in 2000, so this is released in 2005. Good film. I forget if you're a fan of Wallace and Gromit, obviously you're going to love it. I'm sure you Wallace and Gromit fans have seen this. But it's a good, well, it's a comic movie. It's still released today. They're doing animated shorts on, I think, CBBC. But yeah, it's a good movie. I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen it. If any kids are watching this, probably not, but... God, I drink. Yeah, down in one. Why do people not like Guinness anyway? I don't get it. Say it's bitter. Okay, next movie. That doesn't count. Scary Movie 3, the one with Charlie Sheen before he went nuts with, yeah. So yeah, Charlie Sheen's in this, yeah, before he went nutty. It's a extended version, so yeah, I don't know if you can get the extended version now. I don't know, I got this when it was released in 2003. Oh, 2004. It's probably, yeah. So, I actually quite like the Scary Movie films. The first, second, third and the fourth was good. The fifth one is shit. Do not watch the fifth one. It's awful. It's about Anna Faris, who's apparently married to Chris Pratt, who's in the new Jurassic Park movie, Jurassic World. Yeah, she's married to him, which is weird, isn't it? In a way. Yeah, can't see that, but can't see that, but anyway. Yeah, it's a good comedy film. People might find it really cheesy and shit, but I think it's hilarious. It's a comedy, okay? Yeah, it's a comedy. Not something to take seriously. I know there's shitty comedies out there, but it's good. You know, deal with it. They don't count. They don't count. What's this? The Odd Couple. I think my mum got this. I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's a good classic movie. It was released in 67 or 68 towards the end of the golden era. But no, I haven't seen it. It's with Jack Lemmon, if you like him. He was in Some Like It Hot and films like that. And Walt Matthew, he was in Dennis the Menace. So you've seen that, yeah. Yeah, you can check that out. Stir Crazy with okay, his name now. Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. Shame Gene Wilder, he's retired from acting. He retired, I think, in the early 90s, and Richard Pryor is sadly dead. He was a good comedian. I saw one of his stand-ups. Yeah, he was a good comedian, and it's an okay film. I think they both did a film before this. I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's good. Great film. The Blues Brothers, my favourite musical movie. Does count the musical, okay? It does. It's a great movie. It's directed by, I think, John Landis. It's with John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd. Great musical. The best musical ever made, in my opinion. If you disagree, you're an idiot, okay? It's a good movie. Check it out. It's great, okay? Here's that cover. It has good car chases in it. So it actually has great action. It's not really an action movie, but it's got good action in there. That's what's good about it. I think they closed down half of New York to film the action scenes. But apparently Steven Spielberg makes a cameo at the end. I don't know if that's true. A mate told me that. But yeah. Okay. The Day After Tomorrow. With what's his face again? Again, what I'm talking about. Forgot his name now. Jake Gyllenhaal, good actor. One of the few actors nowadays who's still in good movies. He's already done a film that's released now. This boxing movie. I don't know if I'll see it, but he's a good actor. He was great in that other film he did. Nightcrawler, I don't know if you've seen that, it's a good film. But this is good. This was when he was quite young. I think he was in his teenage years, I think, or early 20s. Forget the director, I think he was the director of Godzilla, I think. Hope I haven't got that wrong. Uh, but yeah, it's an okay. This is actually one of the few disaster movies, believe it or not, that's actually serious. There's so many disaster movies that are just comical, and you couldn't tell if it was a comedy film or not. But there's one of the few disaster movies that's serious throughout. I don't remember any comedy scenes in this film, which makes a change. Why don't you? Why does the film industry not do that anymore? Why make it comical? Is it Saturday Night Live? No, I'm okay with a few comedy scenes, but jeez, it gets a bit too much. I saw that Chris Rock, not Chris Rock, the Rock film, what was it? San Andreas. It was shit. God. But this is okay. It's one of the best disaster films, I think. Oh, The Edge with Anthony Hopkins. What's that on the camera? Yeah. It is a good movie. It was released in 1997. It's about these two men who, actually sorry, three men have a plane crash and they get stranded in the woods, and a grizzly bear is after them, a grizzly. And they have to survive in the wild, and yeah, grizzly bears after them, so those kind of movies if you like them. Yeah, Anthony Hopkins is good. I didn't really like his character, he was kind of like a wimp. I don't know if you've seen this film, but there's a scene where his wife wants a sandwich, and he goes, "Yeah, a sandwich, dear. Yeah, a sandwich." I was watching. I was like, "Why is he a wimp? What's he doing?" He wasn't really a strong character, and I don't know. The beginning of the film made him seem like Woody Allen, like Woody Allen, you know. I don't know, but Alec Baldwin was a weird character. Very weird writer, but it was a good film though. But the dialogue scenes were a bit weak, I thought, but quite good. Yeah. It's not a bad movie. I wouldn't say it was terrible. So yeah, that doesn't count. Need to check the time again. Okay, I've got a few minutes, so there might be a part 2, I think. I'm going to do all this today, so... Tom Cruise in MI3, or aka Mission Impossible 3. My favourite Mission Impossible film of the series. Remember I told you the fourth one was shit? Well, it was. You may disagree with me, but the action scenes were good in that movie, but this is better. It's weird. Philip Seymour Hoffman, which is the best villain in the series. Shame when he died. They actually played this character he played in the movie. Very good actor in it. Probably one of the best villains in film, I think. Don't know who directed it. I don't know. I'm not a film critic. I forget his name, but I'm sure he's a good director. The best Mission Impossible film, in my opinion. There's going to be a 5th one. It's released this year, I think. I might go and see that. Oh, on the floor. Man on the Moon. It's a biographical film about Andy Kaufman. It's starring Jim Carrey. He plays, Andy Kaufman. He was a comedy actor who was in the Taxi comedy. It was a comedy series in America in the late 70s, and he was also a comedian. Jim Carrey won a Golden Globe for this, for Best Actor, I think. This was when Jim Carrey was good, when he was a good actor. Isn't anymore. Why? I do not know. The last good film he was in was Fun with Dick and Jane. Ever since then he's been shit. But this Jim Carrey in the 90s was good. It's a good film about his life and career of Andy Kaufman, who sadly died of cancer. I think he was in his 30s, so shame. It was good biography. It actually, in my opinion, it was okay. It's not my favourite, but it's alright. I'm interested in biographical films, so it's my favourite genre. The 40-Year-Old Virgin. We have, got hay fever. Starring Steve Carell. One of the first films he did. His breakout role was that Jim Carrey one again. Bruce Almighty, that was it. but this is one of the first films he actually starred in. I think it was his first film, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it's a right film. It's also with that other guy, Seth Rogen, if you don't know if you like him. He did the film The Interview, which was released last year, about the whole Korean incident. That was a good film, it's better than this, but this is okay. I guess it has some funny gags. Tenacious D, also one of my favourite musicals, released in 2006, one of the best movies of 2006. Many people might disagree with me, but it was a great movie. They were actually, it's with this other guy he's with. I forget his name, I do apologise. They were actually in an actual band in real life called Tenacious D, I think it was. Yeah, so this is the movie. I think one of the best Jack Black movies made, I think. Not brilliant, but it's it's fucking hilarious. Watch it. It's about they have to, I think they have this magical pick or something. They try and get it, they're trying to steal it or something. Yeah, you can see the pick there, you know. But yeah, it's a great movie, so. Can't really explain the plot, I mean, how can you with comedy movies, you know? The Breakup with Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston. It's actually quite a good romantic comedy. I don't know if you're into those. It was actually very good, I enjoyed it. It's probably one of my favourite romantic comedies ever made, I think. Released in 2006, I don't know if I've just said that. Good movie. It was actually written by Vince Vaughn. He also wrote The Internship. Do not watch that. One of the worst films ever made. But this film is good. He wrote it with someone else, I think, or himself. But he's actually quite a good writer. He wrote Wedding Crashers as well. But it's a good romantic movie. So. No, that doesn't count. Johnny English, starring Rowan Atkinson. Here's the back. Yes, Johnny English. Good comedy movie, released in 2003. It's a good spy movie. This is actually one. Playing that. This is one of the best. I just wasted my time, but it is. Yeah, it's a good movie with starring Rowan Atkinson. I think I've gone over my time. Yeah, I'll review this, hold on. Yeah, it's starring Rowan Atkinson. Yeah, released in 2003, as I keep saying. It's a good spy movie, and ever since then, all they're doing is spy movies in the film industry. Another one released with McCarthy, whoever her name is, I can't stand that fat cow. Don't have a problem with fat people, but she's annoying as fuck. Unfunny, she was funny in Bridesmaids, she's unfunny. But that spy movie she's doing, I've never seen, I'm sure it's shit. But this would, I'm sure, be better. There was a sequel called Johnny English Reborn, released in 2011. I think they're both good, to be honest. Yeah, it's a good film. Rowan Atkinson is good as always. Shame he's not doing many movies anymore. He doesn't do much now. He actually quit the film industry in 1996. His last series was The Thin Blue Line. I might make a second video of my favourite BBC comedy series, but he did that. But yeah, this is, ever since then he's done movies, and yeah, so this is one of them. Okay, that might be it for this video, so check out my next video, which is my DVD collection part 2. Okay, I'll see you then.